Assalamu alaikum students. Today in history, we are going to start our new chapter, that is languages. And in this chapter, we will discuss the first language, that is Urdu. So initially, we are going to discuss about the historical background of Urdu and time to time its development. So, after the emergence of Pakistan, the constitution of Pakistan had provided the guarantee that Urdu would be the national language of Pakistan. So, it has long been considered the language of Muslims of the subcontinent, developed by combining many other languages. It became widely used in the time period of Mughal Empire, but it dates back as far as the era of the Sultans of Delhi. So it is said that it first originated in northwest India when Persian, Turkish, and Punjabi interacted with the local dialects of Delhi and the surrounding areas. Um, at the end of 13th century, the Muslim armies were using a common language to help people from different areas and languages to understand each other. So uh, that language eventually went through many stages of development to form the particular shape what we now call Urdu. So it became widely spoken and understood in many different regions of the subcontinent. As Muslim travelers uh, traveled abroad, they spread their language uh, further. So Urdu language developed a rich literary background time to time, which helped to promote its use. Poetry has been significantly prevalent in Urdu for centuries. So in this regard, the first name and very important name is of Amir Khusru, whose time period was 1253 AD to 1325, and he occupies a prominent position in its early development. The language received a boost and uplift when Emperor Muhammad Shah and last Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar took an interest in promoting it, and later being a great poet himself. So, in this regard, famous poets uh, uh, of that time are Mir Taqi Mir, Sauda, Mir Dard, and Ghalib. Later on, now we'll discuss the role of Aligarh movement in the development or protection of Urdu language. So, Aligarh Muslim University became a center of learning and study of Urdu, and it produced talented authors and writers like Hasrat Mohani, Majaz, and Jazbi. In the early 20th century, very prominent names Dr. Alama Muhammad Iqbal, Dr. Nazir Ahmad, Muhammad Hussain Azad, Maulana Altaf Hussain Hali, and Maulana Shibli Nomani greatly enriched Urdu prose and poetry, producing numerous literary masterpieces. So, due to the efforts of poets and writers, Urdu has spread widely, and its link to the Islamic religion has also been very important, most notably with the translation of the Holy Quran by Shah Abdul Qadir. Many religious books have also been written in Urdu, and this has helped develop unity amongst the Muslims. In later 20th century, Urdu has played a major part in the struggle for uh, independence. So, as already we have studied that the Muslim League, which was formed in 1906, aimed not only to defend the rights of Muslims but also to protect to protect the Urdu language. The British made English as the official language of the administration, uh, but some of its educational institutions, just like Fort William College took an interest in Urdu language and promoted it. Now we'll talk about the time period after the War of Independence, 1857. The British began to seek the support of Hindus uh, by making Hindi as the official language, as well as the language of administration. So Urdu was the main language of the Muslim-dominated provinces in the northwest of the subcontinent. But in 1867, some leading Hindus began campaigning to establish Hindi as the leading language. Uh, and by the time the Muslims saw this as an attack on their uh, rights and strongly resisted Hindu demands. So this that issue was called Hindi Urdu controversy, which was created in 1867. So at that time, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan set up a society to support Urdu, and relations between the Hindus and Muslims suffered during this Urdu Hindi controversy. It also showed that Urdu was not supported by non-Muslims because it was considered the language of the Muslims. In Bengal, uh, now we are talking about the time period after 1947. In Bengal, the majority of the people used to speak Bengali language, and they demanded Bengali as the national language of uh, Pakistan, and that issue created a lot of panic after 1947. Just like in 1948, the protest in Dhaka led to arrest, and in 1952 tear gas had to be used to disperse students protesting against Urdu. So the language issue was an important part of controversy which led to the civil war in 1971, and further it led to the separation of East Pakistan just to create a new country as Bangladesh on the world map. So, but it is the main fact that the Qaid-e-Azam was extremely interested, and he was very keen to promote Urdu as national language because he saw it as an important unifying force in the new country. It was to be the link language for all the provinces to provide for the cultural and educational needs of the people, and to forge unity of purpose among the various groups of society in Pakistan. Now we will discuss the government's efforts or steps just to develop Urdu language. The government has taken steps to foster the growth of Urdu. It is the medium of instruction in many education institutions in Pakistan. Furthermore, a dictionary of office terms in Urdu has been published, and steps have been taken to move away from English as the language of administration. Moreover, Urdu is the medium for radio and television programs. Urdu plays and films are very popular, had been popular in the previous decades. Urdu novels, poetry, magazines, and newspapers are widely read, and there are so many other societies who have sprung in the society just for the development of Urdu language.